Hey guys, this is Scootmin with Clan Seraphim with another 4322 for you. Starting the recording a little bit late. I got the foiled Dross Messenger over Briar Pack Alpha. I think was probably the second best card in the pack. Now here, Wild Hunger's pretty good. Forge Devil's okay. Sightless Ghoul would be the best black card, but certainly not great. Absence Collar is okay. The best card in the pack is just Wild Hunger by quite a bit, so I think I'm just going to take the Wild Hunger and see where it goes from here. The pack with the Dross Messenger foil also had a Hell Vault, so that's kind of interesting to note that there are two Hell Vaults floating around. Here, I think Burden of Guilt is probably the best card in the pack. Obviously not in a color that I want to be playing. Scorn Villager is fine, not great, but I think my pick here is actually going to be Wolf Hunter's Quiver. I haven't actually played with this card. I've gotten it played against me quite a few times, and it seems pretty good with like a Typhoid Rats or some other Death Touch creatures. We can maybe get a Wolf Hunter's Quiver engine going. So we'll see how that works out. Oh, geez, another Quiver. And there's the Death Touch creature I was referring to. Here, I'm just going to take the Kessig Recluse. I haven't often seen Wolf Hunter's Quiver wheeling, but you never know. This pack's pretty weak, so I don't really think it's going to wheel for me. But I think the Kessig Recluse is just a bit better than Wolf Hunter's Quiver, and we already have one, so we'll see where this leads. Well, green seems to be pretty open. All three of these green cards are very good. It's becoming more and more likely that the Messenger is not going to be played here. But I think I will take the Strangleroot Geist over a second Wild Hunger. This card's really strong, especially in a heavy green deck. So now I'm looking to go like green-red, something along those lines. So I'll take the Strangleroot Geist and be very happy with it. Another Kessig Recluse to get our Wolf Hunter's Quiver engine going. And here, I guess I've got the choice between Vengeful Vampire and like Eulenwald Bear. Crushing Vines is really good in the sideboard. That's a pretty late Vampire, so I think I'm going to take it. I mean, Messenger might not reliably be able to be played on the third turn, but even if it's played pretty late in the game, it's still a good card. So, we'll see how this works. Here, really no good main deckable cards, so I'll just take the Crushing Vines. And here, Markov Warlord was probably the third or fourth best card in that pack when I opened it, so I don't know how that's still sticking around. So yeah, I'm going to take the Warlord just in case black doesn't work out. It's enough better than like a Hallowhenge Beast or Somberwall Dryad that it's worth having the red card. Definitely want to leave myself open to both splashing the flashback on Wild Hunger as well as getting like Brimstone Volleys and other good red removal. Here I'll take the Lost in the Woods and maybe try and play it, although almost definitely won't. I don't know if you guys read my draft recap on the time I tried Lost in the Woods. It didn't work out very well. That being said, I also don't want it used against me, so I don't know if there's just some unwinnable matchup, then maybe I side it in. We get the Scorn Villager back, which is quite nice. And this coming pack was a pack with the 3 green cards, of which we took the Strangleroot Geist. So hopefully like Lombald Elder wheeled, and it did not. Yeah, I guess Thoughtscour is probably better than Chill of Foreboding. And Wild Hunger. This was the pack that the green cards were in. So we get another Wild Hunger, very nice. So definitely playing green at this point. Not really sure what the pairing color with it is. I'd like to open some nice red cards, like some Brimstone Volleys and such, but we'll see how that works out. Nephalia Drownyard. Okay. Well, cards in our color, I guess, would be pretty much just Harvest Pyre. Rakashare is okay in a vampire heavy deck, which this is obviously not going to be. So, I mean, Harvest Pyre is fine. Definitely don't like the fact that I'm first picking it, but I don't have much of a choice. I mean, Mask of Avacyn is okay. Naturalize is a great sideboard card, but removal's removal, I suppose. Here, I've got the choice between Watchkeep and Lumberknot, both of which I think are pretty good. At the moment we have really 5 creatures if I don't count the 2 black cards. That being said, I know for certain I'm playing green, and I'm not 100% positive that I'm playing red, or black for that matter. There's a bunch of red cards in the pack. All 4 of them are playable. Traitorous Blood probably the worst of the bunch, but I think I'm just going to take this Lumberknot. He's good enough, and I plan on getting quite a few creatures, especially now that I have 2 Wild Hungers. Here, I think the choice is between Woodland Sleuth and Spidery Grasp. I plan to be pretty weak to flyers, so maybe Spidery Grasp would be the best card for me. I actually like Spidery Grasp as one of the better tricks, and you can do things like, attack with a Kessig Recluse, and then Spidery Grasp it, to use it as a blocker, or really anything. Strangleroot Geist is fine as a 4/5 blocker. So I think I'll take the Spidery Grasp here. Wouldn't be at all surprised if Woodland Sleuth wheeled. Okay, here, it's a pretty late Chapelgeist, but I'm going to pass it. The question is whether I pass it for Caravan Vigil or Pitchburn Devils. And let's see, the curve here, not the highest really, although I don't really have very many good creatures. Yeah, I mean, Pitchburn Devils seems fine. Again, I'd really like to splash the Wild Hunger, if not just play it outright, so red's going to be in the deck. Okay, and here is a choice between really nothing and some more nothing. I guess I'll just hack the Burning Vengeance. I'd rather do that than consider playing Feral Ridgewolf. Here we've got another Pitchburn Devils, which I'm fine taking. Still some pretty decent cards in this pack. Think Twice, Burning Vengeance, Traveler's Amulet. Ancient Grudge is great for our sideboard, though it probably won't wheel. And here, kind of just what the Doctor ordered in Ambush Viper. I like that card a lot. Really good as a blocker. Can get in for some beats if you need him to. Yeah, really nothing else to say about this pack. I'm not going to take Traveler's Amulet or Nightbird's Clutches. So Ambush Viper is the easy pick for me there. I suppose I'll take another Harvest Pyre. And here I guess I will take the Mask of Avacyn. Nothing else is really remotely playable other than the Drownyard, which I'm obviously not going to be playing. And as I predicted, some of the red cards wheeled back. Now the question is whether I'd rather have a Kessig Wolf or a Crossway Vampire. I think I'd rather have the Kessig Wolf. I guess I can take the Cobbled Wings to side in against a flyer heavy deck, though I do have 2 Kessig Recluses and a Spidery Grasp, and one of the Ancient Grudges wheeled, so should be pretty strong against other Wolf Hunters' Quivers. So at this point, definitely not playing the black cards. We're pretty close to 50-50 on colors there, and the second Ancient Grudge did end up wheeling, so deck's starting to shape up pretty well. 18 playables in the first 2 packs. The curve's looking pretty nice. I'd like to pick up a few more low drop creatures, and hopefully a Brimstone Volley or 2. Crushing Vines is in right now, but probably going to see the sideboard. Same with Mask of Avacyn. Okay. Kind of running light on the available spots in the high end of the curve, so I'd take a low drop over a high drop at this point. Yeah, Lumberknot really wants some more creatures to come along. And there's a Bloodgift Demon that I really wish I could take. I'm starting to get some pretty weird thoughts here. Let's go color sort and see what we have there in black. That would make 3 black cards as opposed to what's the next best card, I guess, is, well, Brimstone Volley, obviously. Yeah, it's not worth it. Brimstone Volley is just easily the best card. Hopefully, like, either Grizzled Outcast or Spidery Grass Wheels, or I'd love to say Avacyn's Pilgrim, but I feel like that's going to get taken pretty early. So I'll take the Brimstone Volley and not dive into a late change audible here. Now I gotta go call sort and remove all the bad cards again. Okay, and let's get a look at the curve. Still relatively low. The pick here is between Orchard Spirit and Avacyn's Pilgrim, both of which I think are better than Gutter Grime. Gutter Grime can be good, but this doesn't seem like the best deck for it. That being said, I think Orchard Spirit's going to be a bit better than Avacyn's Pilgrim, especially with the 2 Wild Hungers. So I will take that here, though I would like to see an Avacyn's Pilgrim come back. And that was about the best card I could have gotten. A nice aggressive 2-drop for me here. Slayer of the Rooked, very good card. I don't see how that's still in the pack. We're getting past good white from the left and the right. I guess I should have been in white. Another Rebuke going around, so something to take note of. Hide some more bad cards quick. And another really good white card coming around. Here, yeah, there's really nothing good for me. Some really good cards in the pack still. Diagraphical, really good. Test Subjects, very good. Travel Prep and Think Twice are both good. Chapelgeist, obviously very good. I don't think I'm starving for a playable enough to not just hack one of those cards. The question is which. I think my deck will be fine against Diagraphical. Travel Prep is pretty good, but it might just get hacked. I think I'll just take the Chapelgeist. Might be wrong, but oh well. Here, Ashmouth Hound, another really good aggressive 2-drop, so pretty happy with that pick. And another Orchard Spirit, again, very happy with this pick. So here the pick is between a 3rd Harvest Pyre, which is almost certainly not the pick, or Festerhide Boar. So I think I'm going to take the Festerhide Boar, probably throw Crushing Vines in the sideboard. And Mask of Avacyn seems not the greatest either. But yeah, Festerhide Boar can be pretty good. I don't mind picking up a Ranger's Guile. Not the most exciting, but certainly playable. Spidery Grasp Wield. And another Spidery Grasp. I think the 3rd Spidery Grasp is probably better than the 3rd Ancient Grudge. Let's see, I don't really have any enchantments, so I don't mind passing the Urgent Exorcism. So I guess I'll just take the Trepanation Blade. Although I really don't mind if people play that card against me too. Just take the Occultist. Oh, there's a Burning Vengeance still hiding in here. Yeah, I think this deck is going to turn out pretty well. Not going to play all three of these Spidery Grasp. Might only just play one. It's going to be between either the second Spidery Grasp or the first Ranger's Guile as far as what takes the last playable spot. I'm going to run 17 land, and that should be good. Going to color sort, much heavier in green than red, although you have to think that Wild Hunger kind of has a hidden red cost in it. So yeah, this deck seems like it turned out pretty well, but I guess we'll see. Once we get into the matches. I'd be very surprised if I didn't win at least one match. Obviously, trying to win 3. Okay, and here are my first 21 cards in the deck. As you can see, the curve is pretty low with lots of 2s and 3s. I'm not 100% sure about the Wolf Hunter's Quiver. Now that I'm red instead of black, I don't think it's going to be quite as good. Obviously, no Typhoid Rats to equip it to. And I think the deck wants to be more aggressive than Wolf Hunter's Quiver will allow. So I think here I'm going to put in a Ranger's Guile. And now we have 22 playable cards with 1 spot left. And I guess Mask of Avacyn is worth some thought. Although I don't really have much of a need for hexproof. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to go with Spidery Grasp here. Could easily side in, Crushing Vines, although, any matchup where Crushing Vines comes in, Spidery Grasp probably also comes in. And we'd take some other stuff like Harvest Pyre maybe out, because Crushing Vines against that matchup would be doing enough work. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add land, and this looks like the deck for now. Sort by color, they suggest 11-6, which typically I tend to go more of a 50-50 when I'm playing 2 colors, especially in this sort of denomination. I would go definitely 10-7, but the fact that I have Strangleroot Geist makes me really want to go with the 11-6 that they suggest. Really the only super aggressive card here is Ashmouth Hound that I'd want to play out of red in the first couple of turns. So yeah, I think 11-6 seems good, and I'll submit, and we will see you in round 1, and hopefully take home some packs.